I feel bad for all those people who were expecting an Argylle spinoff of Die Hard, who went in blind to this movie. You're going to be massively disappointed. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the newest release, the new movie from Matthew Vaughn, Argylle. Argylle stars an ensemble cast: Henry Cavill, Dua Lipa, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, John Cena. When the plots of reclusive author Ellie Conway's fictional espionage novels begin to mirror the covert actions of real-life spy organizations, quiet evenings at home become a thing of the past. Accompanied by her cat Alfie and Aiden, a cat-allergic spy, Ellie races across the world to stay one step ahead of the killers as the line between Conway's fictional world and her real one begins to blur. I know exactly what I'm getting into when I go to a Matthew Vaughn movie. He went to the Guy Ritchie School of Style. He was under Guy Ritchie's tutelage. All those early Guy Ritchie movies were produced by Matthew Vaughn. I make the case that Layer Cake feels like a Guy Ritchie movie more than a Matthew Vaughn movie, even though Matthew Vaughn directed it. You know, if you've seen Kick-Ass, if you've seen Kingsman, you know what you're getting yourself into. Even X-Men First Class, that Vaughn directed, has some style to it, but not as many Vaughn-isms as I would say. This movie, wow, scatter shots of everything Matthew Vaughn does. You can insert any adjective to describe this movie. Silly, dumb, ridiculous, over the top, stupid, awful, great, everything. It is literally the highest highs and the lowest lows of Matthew Vaughn. There are spurts and jolts of energy and fun in this movie, but they come far too late in the movie. There are a couple of action sequences that I thought were very typical Matthew Vaughn. They felt like Matthew Vaughn's touch, his style. There's a really cool one that has to do with like skates that I thought was awesome. But then half the time with the action, I can't see what the hell is going on because there's something obscuring our view of what is actually happening. And I don't really get that, honestly. It also feels like when he's staging the action in this movie, he's really trying to recreate the church scene from Kingsman. Every action scene is as over the top as that. Every action scene has a song accompanied to it. There's a great action scene on a train where I'm just like, if this is what I'm in for this entire movie, I'm sold. I really don't care what the critical reception is because, like Guy Ritchie, critics, other than the first Kingsman, Kick-Ass one, Layer Cake, and X-Men First Class, just since then, Matthew Vaughn, they haven't really liked him. It's almost like Kingsman, the broken circle, broke the guy. Sam Rockwell carries this movie on his back. He's the one that brings a lot of charm and energy and the reason that you're watching to this movie. Bryce Dallas Howard, I get it. She's a national treasure now. She's a great director. Her acting in this movie, though, at least for the first half, and it's by design, I get it. I was very annoyed with her in the first half of this movie. Like I said, it's on purpose because there's certain things that are getting revealed later on in the movie, twists and turns. I just found her to be insufferable for the first half of this movie. Even if it was by design, I felt like she was just playing Claire Dearing again from the Jurassic World movies. I was like, this is literally the same person. And let me tell you this, if you ever thought that The Flash was like the ugliest movie you have ever seen, oh my god, this movie, oh my god, it just makes me vomit wanting to think about how ugly and fake this shit looks.
I may vomit.
It's awful, man. Like, you thought The Flash was bad. Take the visual aesthetic of how ugly The Flash is, mix that with the artificial looking lighting of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and that's your cinematography for Argylle. Everything in this movie looks so fucking fake and artificial. It takes me out of the movie so much. It's so degrading. It hurts my eyes, man. It's not easy on the eyes. It really makes them like droop. I fall asleep watching that shit. The CGI is atrocious and it's obvious they're skirting around costs because they filmed everything on a green screen. This is a Matthew Vaughn movie that feels like it's at war with itself. It feels like, do we take it back to the style of Kingsman, or do we go to Kingsman the Golden Circle, or we just go so far over the top, or Kick-Ass style, where you just throw everything at the kitchen sink and see what sticks? There's things I like in this movie. There's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, some for the best, some for the worst. That's the whole thing. The movie feels at war with itself. It feels like it knows the direction it wants to go, and then it pulls back, and it just does the most stupid, dumb thing you could ever think of. And I don't mean dumb in like the fun way. I mean like dumb. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's literally awful. Some of the twists and turns work. Some of them caught me by surprise. Others, I'm just like, that's predictable as hell, or that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And there's so many of them sprinkled throughout the movie. You could call this plot twist the movie, and it would be no different. If you're coming here for somebody like John Cena, Dua Lipa, Henry Cavill, you're going to be very disappointed. Those guys have probably 7 minutes of screen time total. Dua Lipa, if you're a big Dua Lipa fan, I'll say this right now. She gets like fourth billing in this movie? 30 seconds. That's it. I enjoyed Argylle with half a bucket of popcorn. So if you guys are on the Matthew Vaughn train and you are going to go see Argylle, I want to know where you would rank Argylle in Matthew Vaughn's filmography and what you think of Argylle. So let me know in the comments section below. I'll leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I will see you at the movies somewhere.